All right, shalom. First and foremost, I want to give all praises, glory, and honor to Yahweh, Ba'ashem, Yahweh Shai, Ba'ashem, Ruchak Wadash. Double honors to the elder apostles of Great Millstone. And salutation and much love to Joachim out there pushing out his word in truth and sincerity. And this is the brother Ash from Great Millstone Tampa Church. I'm back with another video. Lord's will is edifying. Just want to do a quick video on this article I came across. It's called, or it's on Newsweek.com. Says Syria wants end to Israel's terrorizing strike. I'll play this clip. And Russia, Iran, Turkey agree. All right, so what you got going on over there is Israel sticking his hand where it don't need to be. All right, the state of Israel, and they're shooting strikes on Syrian land, as you'll see right there in the video. And guess what? The bear is coming, speaking up. All right, like the scriptures say, Russia's going to be a guard unto these nations. All right, and you see World War III forming. All right, the sides are being chosen. Okay, and it's only a matter of time before shut your ass up. Before the nations really gather in the Middle East. All right, you got strategic setups these nations are doing out there in the Middle East, you know, the Baltic regions, the Persian Gulf, the Mediterranean Sea. All right, these armies are gathering over there, mainly the navies. All right, and you still got a certain amount of troops from America over there, in which America's gonna have to send more, because Israel's gonna do something to make America have to enter into this war. All right, because Israel is America's ally. Really, it's a welfare state. All right, billions of dollars are sent, if not trillions, to them from America. But let's go ahead and get this. Jeremiah 49:20. Therefore, hear the counsel of the Lord Yahweh, that he taketh against Edom. All right, and really, you know, America's really like the headquarters of Edom. You know, the weapons. The Lord said he gonna drop the weapons of his inundation upon Edom, or Idumea, you know, roughly paraphrasing. All right, Idumea today would be America. All right, even though you have Esau throughout all these different nations, but the place where America's, or the place of great judgment for Esau is going to be here in America. All right, the shiny sea is going to be destroyed. All right, but ultimately, you know, this World War III is going to be the last war Esau fights. Okay, and it's gonna be the end of him. All right, World War III is the end of Esau's rulership. All right, that's the end of his power. Like the scriptures say, a house divided cannot stand. Okay, a kingdom divided cannot stand. This is Esau's kingdom, and it's crumbling because he's beefing with each other. All right, this is nothing new. Esau's always been beefing with each other. All right, going back to Alexander the Creep, his generals beef with each other. All right, the Romans, you look at the emperors, the Edomite emperors, they were killing each other. You know, so Esau is just a degenerate. So let's go on to say, and his purpose is that he had purpose against the inhabitants of Teman. Surely the least of the flock shall draw them out. Surely he shall make their habitation desolate with them. Right, so the least of the flock being Amalek. All right, the 1948ers. All right, they're gonna draw them out. They're gonna be the reason America has to enter into this World War III. All right, because you know they're gonna. Oh my God, everybody's trying to kill the Israel. All right, Israelis. But all these nations, like we were just reading in this article, they're sick of Israel shit. Iran especially. Okay, Syria's, you know, they've had enough, and now who's on Syria's side? All right, it's Russia, and it's by no coincidence that Turkey, Iran are with him. All right, let's go to Ezekiel 38, because this is biblical prophecy taking place right now. It says Ezekiel 38, 1, and the word of Yahweh came unto me, saying, Son of man, set thy face against Gog, the land of Magog. And again, these Russians are the majority of them Edomites. All right, the ones that are running Russia. You got Jake mingled in there, but the majority of them is Edomites, or you know, the Esau's running Russia. Okay, so ultimately the Lord's going to use Russia to destroy America. Okay, because they're the biggest superpower outside of America. They have the most nuclear weapons. Okay, No one's ever been able to take Russia down. You know, Napoleon tried and failed. All right, Hitler tried and failed. So the Lord has preserved Gog and Magog for these final days to ultimately destroy Babylon. It says the chief prince of Meshach and Tubal and prophesy against them. Right, because we're also telling Russia they going down too. Look, Russia's not going to be the next superpower in charge. China's not going to be the next superpower. All right, Yahweh Shem Shai is going to be the next superpower. All right, the power of the nations, the ruler. Okay. Again, this World War III is going to be the end of Esau's kingdom. So verse 4 says, I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws. And that's what's going on. All right. Russia's going back into that USSR spirit. All right. United, the Soviet, all right, mentality, which is what they despise you Americans. All right. This is it's not going to be another Cold War. This time missiles will be shot. Remember, they used to do drills and, you know, what to do if a nuclear attack is coming. All right. Because what? They were afraid. They were afraid of Russia shooting nukes. So how much more now? That was going back to the Cold War. How much now, though? Where Russia has been building up their nukes, and the Lord talked about this final war, the war to end all wars, the third woe. Okay. It says, and I will turn thee back and put hooks into thy jaws, and I will bring thee forth in all thine army, horses and horsemen, all of them clothed with all sorts of armor, even a great company with bucklers and shields, all of them handling swords. Right. So this is the battle preparation. All right. They're coming for battle. All these, all right, their tanks, their missile defense systems, the nukes. All right, the military, the foot soldiers. All this is gonna be used. All right, everything that they have learned, and created is for this final war. All right, the war to end all wars. It said, okay, so verse 5 says Persia, which Iran are the Persians. All right, they're Elamites. Ethiopia and Libya with them, all of them with shield and helmet, right? Because, all right, they're going to be part of this war as well, okay? Gomer and all his bands, the house of Togomar of the north quarters and all his bands, and many people with you, which is Turkey, which again, we read Iran, so the Persians, which would be Iran, and Turkey, which would be Gomer and Togomar, okay, that'd be Turkey. So we see that the stage is being set for the, all right, the scriptures ain't lying. Syria wants to enter Israel's terrorizing strikes, and Russia, Iran, Turkey agree. There we go. All right, the stage is being set. The battle formations are being set in this third world war. Let's get that real quick. Third. And there's a Revelation. Let's forget. Revelation 11 and 14. The second woe is past, the second world war. And behold, the third woe cometh quickly. So the third world war is going to be coming down the pipeline very soon. All right, the Lord talked about when you hear wars, rumors of wars. We've been hearing about rumors of wars, and there's been wars for a while now, and they're going to continue to escalate to the point where all these nations, all right, it's going to be a world war. There's going to be a lot of nations involved, and there's going to be a lot of bloodshed, ending with nuclear missiles. Okay, they're going to ultimately shoot nuclear missiles. That's the end of it. All right, the end of the World War III. But there's gonna be some action in the Middle East, all right, and then the Lord's gonna return, and then they're gonna have to fight him. So let's go to Joel 3 and let's start at 9. It says, proclaim, Joel 3 and 9. Proclaim ye this among the Gentiles, prepare war. Wake up the mighty men, let all the men of war draw near, let them come up. Right, and this is what's taking place. All right, the mighty men are coming up into that the Middle East, all right, in the seas surrounding it, the waters. Okay, the navies are being prepared, soldiers are being distributed. Okay, drills are being taking place. Why are they doing joint drills? Different nations doing drills with each other is because they expect to go to war soon. Why are people ramping up on production for uranium and production for metals? And because they're preparing for battle. Okay, the war drums are beating loud and clear. It says, beat your plowshares into swords. Right, so, and your pruning hooks into spears. So again, these the battlements, all right, things you need for war are being prepared right now. They're cutting back on certain things just to put those resources into the battlements or the swords and the spears. Says, let the weak say I am strong, right? And these are these nations, flexing on America, in particular Iran, the Persians, because they're saying they're strong now. They're saying America, look, you're this whole charades with the presidential elections and all this charades is going on. The nations took advantage of this and saying, look, we flexing on you. What you gonna do? All right, they're preparing their nukes. Iran, North Korea, Turkey buying up the S-400s from Russia. So, and different other different nations also buying up Russia's defense systems. All right, and America can't do a damn thing about it. All right, it says, assemble yourselves and come, all ye heathen, and gather yourselves round about. Thither cause thy mighty ones to come down, O Lord. Right, because the Lord is going to send his military soon, led by Yahushua, in the midst of World War III. When y'all shooting missiles, when y'all about to shoot missiles on each other, then you're going to have another battle on your hands. Okay? Let the heathen be wakened and come up to the valley of Yahushua, for there will I sit to judge all the heathen round about. So there you go, man. Yahushua meaning the Lord's judgment. That's where he's going to begin his judgment. All right? The valley of Yahushua. Because all these nations are going to be down there fighting. All right? All them, they're all their tough guys, the military men. They're going to be out there in the Middle East, in the surrounding areas. And then guess what? They're going to have to fight the Lord. But to the end of that war will be, missiles again, because the Lord, simultaneously when the Lord comes back, the missiles are going to be flying through the air. All right, and that's going to be the end of World War III, because not only will Yahushua going to destroy all these nations, but they're going to be shooting missiles upon each other. All right, Isaiah 9:5, for every battle of the warrior is with confused noise and garments rolled in blood. Right, because when Isaiah was writing this, that's the kind of war that was going down. All right. Swords in their hands, you got to run up on somebody, stab them up, so on and so forth. It was a bloody war. Now it's going to be fought. It says, but this shall be with burning and fuel of fire, right? Because those missiles is going to be practical. That's the new way of war, really, shooting missiles. All right, and the ultimate missile is going to be them ICBMs. All right, the weapons of the Lord's indignation. So we see the World War III is forming, and we see that the alliances are being formed. So we're almost out of here. We're just waiting on the mark of the beast to be made mandatory. Okay, there's very few prophecies left to go before the end. All right, and Yahushua setting up his kingdom. All right, so with that, shalom.